Before Pesach, before Passover, on va continuer sur commence avant Pesach, which is basically every Sunday morning we study the laws, the halachot, in a very deep way by studying them from the books of Kadosh and Rabbi Chaim Vital. So it's the best day to do it because it's the Ilula, meaning the day of we commemorate when Rabbi Chaim Vital went to Olam Haba. C'est le jour où on commémore la Ilula, the Ilula of Rabbi Chaim Vital, student of Rabbi Kadosh, and also the only one who was given the authorization to write down every single teachings of Rabbi Kadosh. Celui qui a été autorisé à reproduire tous les enseignements à l'écrit de Rabbi Kadosh. So this is the best day to study his works, and may his merit protect all of us. Que son mérite nous protège tous. May he pray for us in front of Ensof and bring for us Rahmanut and pity and mercy, and may we see success in every single action of our hands. Amen. And for sure, this year will be powerful. So basically, we will see. Yes. En fait, on va voir. So we will continue the halacha we start before Pesach. On va continuer la halacha avant Pesach. It was about the respect that should be given to the elder, to the wise men, and we saw basically what was the expressions used in our Torah, in the Parashat Kedoshim, to talk about the elders and about the wise men. Why do we have to give to them respect? Why do we have to give respect to people who have white hairs? And why do we have to give respect to people who it's obvious that they have wisdom? Donc on a vu il y a 2 semaines déjà les premiers aspects sur le kavod qu'on a donné. C'était des éléments de la paracha de la semaine Kedoshim. Et c'était justement pourquoi on doit donner de l'honneur et du kavod aux gens qui ont les cheveux blancs et celui qui est aussi chacham. So how do we do that? Most of the time when you are in the Bet Knesset or when you are in outside, you see some elders passing or you see people of wisdom passing, you have to stand up a little bit or you have to walk behind them, not in front of them. Donc, quelques halachot qu'on a déjà vu, c'est de voir que quand quelqu'un est plus âgé et quand quelqu'un il a plus de sagesse, on doit d'abord se lever quand il rentre dans une pièce en marquant du respect et aussi ne pas marcher derrière lui. So now we will continue what Kadosh is saying more further in his text. On va voir ce que dit plus dans son texte, and we will understand very, very deeply what are the connections with the heirs and the respect. Donc, on va voir de manière plus approfondie c'est quoi le lien entre les cheveux et le respect. So we stopped last time. On s'est arrêté Daf Nun Vav, and we stopped basically about that. The respect that we also give to women, but we don't need to stand up or to show any mark of respect in order to avoid the contact. It's nude way. And we saw also why women should never shave their hairs, because it will create a very dangerous situation. This is where we stopped. It was here. C'est là où on s'est arrêté, c'était ici. Daf Nun Vav, on the right side, second paragraph. You are in charge to keep beautiful Shaar HaMitsvot.
Rabbi, sorry, let me ask you something. Even though the woman gets married, doesn't she need to shave her hair?
No, even if she's married, she just have to cover the hairs. but she should never shave them. Because if a woman shaves the hairs, the rigorous that she brought on her will destroy many things. Shalom.
Shalom, Harav.
Shalom, Rabbi.
What if she reduces her hair by cutting it low and not shaving it entirely?
It's different. It means that yes, you can cut them to make to feel more free, but you should. It's shaving. It means that you remove any single hairs. You really shave. Like me, I have hairs. You really shave. This is a short hair, not a problem, even if it's natural. But shaving, and the purpose of removing every single hairs, this is for us forbidden for the women.
Toda Harav.
You're welcome. So he say like this. He is here. Commence comme ça. We are here. Inyan yoter bebiu. Kiine peat rosh harir u matzpat. אבל פעד ראש זה היא אלוקים במילוי יודין ועולה גמטריה בצפת ונמצא כשניהם ביחד בבחינת אחד אלא שלהיות שבעריר כתיב ביעה רואה התאה כי אני הוא והן אלוהים עדי ואין בו שם אלוהים אלא שם הוויה ולכן בכל מקום שיש בזה בחינת אלוהים יש בעריר במקומו מצפץ, שהוא חילוף הוויה ואדבש. וגם הוא גימטרי אלוהים דמילוי יודין. כי כיוון ששם מצפץ הוא חילוף הוויות, הוא דין, כמו אלוהים, אלא שהוא יותר מתוק. So he said basically, I will explain it slowly, we saw that we have three structures which possess hairs. On a trois structures qui ont des cheveux. How it works, I will do it slowly because I want you to understand comment ça fonctionne. Je vais le faire doucement, mais je veux que vous compreniez. Ça, je vais doucement. So, shalom, Rabbi Dimitri. So, the first question is, who possess hairs? Qui a des cheveux dans les structures d'en haut? We'll make it very simple, you still will understand. Let's take the name Shaar Dimitri. Let's take the name of Hashem. We have Yud, we have K, you have Vav, and you have K. Okay, so what's happened? We know that from these letters, we have what we call faces, meaning that letters both give us the possibility to create a whole family. Ces lettres nous permettent de créer toute une famille. From, let's say, the corner of this Yud, we create grandpa. And the name of this grandfather, it's Arir Anpin. Et le nom de ce grand-père, c'est Arir Anpin. After, we have all the rest of the first letter Yud. On a tout le reste de la lettre Yud. Who is it? It's another face. It's the father. So what will be the name of the father? Abba. After all these letters, it will be called Ima, mother. After all these letters, it will be called the son. But what is the name of the son? We call him according to the grandfather. The grandfather, it's Arir. the grandfather is Arir and Pin, it means that the grandson will be called the small face. Long face, Arir and Pin, small face, Zahir and Pin. Zahir and Pin. This is the son. And you have the daughter, who is called Nukva. This is the family. What's the story now? In this family, you have people who have hairs and beard and people who don't have hairs and beard. The first thing that you have to know, vous devez savoir, Abba and Ima, they have no heirs. It's written. Who possesses heirs? Yeah, I thought you said heir. It's written. Who possesses heirs? So now what's happened? The Yud, all the blue things, and the hair, they have no CR. Ils n'ont pas de poils, ils n'ont pas de cheveux. So who rest? We have the grandfather, the son, and the daughter. So now what's happened? It's like this. C'est comme ça. We do have a code name for each one of them to express their heirs. On a des noms particuliers pour exprimer les cheveux de chacun. It's still like this. The heirs of Arir, they are called Matspats. I will explain. The heirs of Za, let's have the meantime, they are called Elohim with the Milui Alfin, like this. Aleph, Lamed, Milui Yodin. Yud, Yud Vav Dalet, Mem. So what they want to tell us, Rabbi Chaim Vital, he said that the quality and the essence of the heirs of the son and the grandfather are the same. How do I know? It's simple. Matzpat, in terms of value, it's 40, 90, 80, plus 90. Total value,
320. Yeah.
3,
Yeah, 180. Yeah, 320.
320.
Yeah, 180 plus 120 is
Oui.
again. Yes.
So it's gematria 300. And if you check here, Elohim of Alfin also, it's 1 plus 13 plus 18 plus 13 plus 14 plus 4 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6 plus 4 plus 40 plus 40, it's also 300. Meaning, both of them, grandfather, Arir and Pin, and Zahir and Pin, they have heirs which express the same identity. But the difference is that the heirs of the grandfather are sweeter. How? Because Matzpat, it's the Atbash of Yudke Vavke. Meaning, if I use the tziruf called Atbash, meaning Aleph become Taf and Bet become Shin, what's happened? You will understand in 5 minutes, but we need to eat that medicine before to go deeper in the text. So basically, if you take Yudke Vavke, en résumé, je prends Yudke Vavke, and I transform these 4 letters by using the system of Atbash, meaning that the Yud will become Mem, the He will become Tzadi, the Vav will become Pe, the He will become Tzadi. matzpats. That's why the heirs of the grandfather are very sweet. But in Za, the heirs are sweet also because it's in his number relating to matzpats, but they are harder. That's why like we saw, the colors of the heirs of the grandfather, they are white. And the colors of the heirs of the son, black. And we'll see for the woman after. Everything. You need to know this. Vous devez savoir ça pour comprendre ce qu'on va dire maintenant. But to understand what we are saying this. So now, what does it mean in our level? C'est-à-dire quoi notre niveau? It means that the hair you possess, meaning the hairs of your head and the beard, it tells a lot about you. It is beaucoup à propos de vous. Or because you will become older. So the more you become older, the more you have experience. So what will happen? Your beard will start naturally to become whiter, or like this, the white of your head, of the white of your beard. Based on that, because you're getting older, people have to give to you respect. Why? Because the whiteness of your hairs shows that you are dealing with a very sweet aspect of identity. But the darker are your hairs and the beard and the hairs, the more it shows where are you standing. Or because you will be young and you didn't grow up in terms of age, 60, 70, or because your inner spirituality is still in the aspect of Za. You are more in the aspect of Dinim. So what will happen? You will know that characters will be harder. That's why always check the colors of the beard of people. Like as you know what you're dealing with. Sometimes you can have people young, like me, but you have white hairs. Like your old man, people give to me certain age, but I'm 10 years less than that age they give to me. Les gens me donnent un âge, mais en général, j'ai 10 ans de moi. Par rapport à l'âge qu'ils me donnent. Why? Because of the Torah. Yes, Rabbi Benjamin.
Because you get white because you give more, the Father give more wisdom or knowledge.
Make it more simple. Your white and your beards become whiter, or because you're getting older, and the old numbers of the age are not nothing, they are a lot. A man who has passed 60 has more experience. He will not be fired like he was fired before 40 years. So this age brings you to have white hairs and beard, or you can be young, but you study a lot and you fix your ethics, morality, and values. And these will bring also your hairs of your head and your beard to become whiter.
Morality, values, white hair.
Yes, and wisdom. And there's no wisdom without morality and values. Somebody tell you I'm a wise man, you see that he can get anger for chicken, so you know that he's not wise. Doesn't mean he's not a man, it means that he's not wise. Okay. So now he give another point. Veine, Malchut hem dinim. So now he's talking about the heirs of the woman, because we stop only talking about the grandpa and the son. On a parlé que du grand-père et du fils. Veine, Malchut hem dinim. ונקראים אלוהים כנודע, כי גם אלוהים הם, אחד בגבורה, אחד בעוד, ואחד במלכות. ויסוד שלושה אלוהים שיש ויחולו. כנזכר בזוהר פרשת בראשית. So I just put the text for you. בפרשת בראשית, ולכן המלכות של יוצרות דרשת דזר, היא אלוהים במילוי יודעים, ועולה בגימטריה פאה, וליותו למעלה בבחינת הראש, לכן הוא במילוי המובחר שהוא יודעים, כנזכר כנודעה באריך, והוא מצוות כנזכר. והנה, כל שערות הם כוחות הדינים, ולכן באי לספר הרשעה דזה, כנזכר בזוהר, בתיקונים, וזה סוד גילוח שער הלוויים, שער הלוויים, ובפחת מי שהוא משורש קין, ממנו יצא קורח, שצריך לגלח ראשו, כי כל שערות דינים קשים חוץ מפאת הראש, שהיא מלכות שבהיות ספירות, הראש, כדי להשאיר שורש אל הדינים, ולא להתבטל כולם. So c'est basically what's happened. He's not talking about the woman now, but I will give you the information. Woman's the same thing, the same logical. But what happened, the hairs will be red. That's la même logique, mais les cheveux seront rouges. What does all this mean? Because for history, because it's in the parent kedoshim. The parent kedoshim. It means that there's a connection between me, my desires to be kadosh, and the way I deal with my beard, my hairs, and so on. Donc, ça veut dire que, vu que toutes ces informations sont dans la parachute kedoshim, c'est qu'il y a un lien, comment j'amène la kedusha sur moi, en sachant comment utiliser mes cheveux et ce que je fais de mes cheveux et de ma barbe. So now what's happened? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Il dit comme ça, you have to know that the hairs, they are the power of the dinim, the power of the rigorous, the power of the left side. C'est pour ça que les cheveux, c'est le kohot de dinim, c'est la force des rigueurs. C'est basically, you have to know that normally, when we talk about a man, you have to remove the hairs of your head. Why? Because the more hairs you have, the more dinim comes on you. Quand tu es un homme, il faut faire attention avec les cheveux de la tête, parce que plus tu as de cheveux, plus tu apportes des dinim sur toi. But what we have to do, according to the halacha, is to keep only the peot on the side. They are the malchut of the 10 sfirot. On doit seulement garder les peot du côté qui sont les malchut des 10 sfirot. C'est why? Because if you shave them, you nullify all the dinim. But it's a problem. Hashem created the dinim. The dinim were in Gvorot, in all in Malchut. So they need a root to survive, to exist. We have to make them sweeter. But it's forbidden to remove them. If you remove them, basically, you go against something very dangerous because Hashem created the dinim for a purpose and you remove them from your life. Donc en fait, il ne faut jamais raser les périodes. Pourquoi? Parce que Hashem, il a créé cet endroit-là pour qu'il y ait une petite attache des dinim sur nous qui puissent vivre parce qu'elles doivent exister. Se raser totalement, c'est les enlever. So imagine now that the head of a woman is the roots of the dinim. It doesn't mean that the dinim are bad. No, dinim, it's a din. We need justice, we need laws, we need boundaries, we need borders. Quand on parle de dinim, quand on parle de justice, on parle de limites. On a besoin de limites dans la vie, on a besoin de justice, on a besoin d'équilibre, on a besoin de barrières des fois. So a woman who removes all the hairs of her head, she nullifies all the existence of the minimum dinim. So what will happen? She will have no boundaries.
No structure.
No structure. Donc les femmes en fait qui rasent tous ses cheveux, elle fait quoi? Elle annule toute la dimension de dinim qui sont minimum de structure.
On Thursday, when we learned about the Gemara, Wednesday, sorry, when we learned about Thursday, when we learned about the left and the right going from red to black, when we're saying the black, when we're saying on the left side, when it goes from like non-kosher, when it goes from avodah zarah, it goes from red to black. That black is different to that black over there, right? You know, we said the right goes from red to red. Then we said from the left, if it doesn't come from the right side,
It's funny because it's on the right side it's still red, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same system.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm making sure.
Yeah.
Again, but can we say the white of the milk of Shavuot is a revelation of Arif?
Yeah. After he said, "Ve'omnam be'inyan shiur peah ve'aya nizaer ועוד הרי מוריזל ולשער את כל השערות אשר בצדיהם, שהוא כל השערות שיש בעין האוזן לאותו המקום, אך הלאה שאינו בו שער, ומכאן לצדי הראש. וכמו שאמר בספר הזוהר, בספר בית יוסף, בגופאה הפאה שיעורן עד מקום יגבר ראש האוזן, למעלה ועד המקום שיגבר שם ראשו והאוזן, נקרא פאה בבחינת הגוף, ואף אם היו שערות הפאות גדולות מאוד ארוכים, לא היה חותכן במספרן, רק על ידי יגדילוהו ויתארכו וידלדלוהו וירדוהו ויכסוהו למטה בגבול השערות הזקן, ואז היה חותכן ומקצען במספרים, לפי שמה שמטלטל משם ולמטה אינו נקרא פאת הראש. So basically, what is, you have to let them grow. If you are white, if you are black, it's not the same way. You have to let them grow up. He said, just be careful that it will not go lower than your mouth. Because when the hairs of ear goes down, there are no more copia, they are mixed with the beard. So you pair its ear, you take it, you see its ear, you cut it, and you bring it in the back. Yes.
Rabbi,
Yeah.
let me know, is the name intelligence or what's mean the name?
Tuna? One more time, what is what?
The name.
No, dinim means rigorous. Din, it's a justice. But when you say dinim, it's the plural of din. So when Hashem created everything, the aspect of rigorous, the aspect of limitation, the aspect of boundaries have been created also. They are called din. Good?
Okay, thank you.
So that din, they are expressed by the hairs that we have on our head or on our body. That's why some people you have more hairs, people have less hairs. It tells you a lot about the characters of the people.
Toda.
You're welcome.
Which is my character. More responsibility.
No, they are dealing. There are people who have no passions and get nervous. They have passions and everything. It's like Kayin,
No,
the son of Noah. You have Abel and Kayin. Kayin was the man of the land. He was like Esav. It's written about the son of Yaakov, Esav, the twins of the son of Yitzchak, Esav, the twin of Yaakov. He was a man of hunting, passions, drinking, eating, women. This is the airs. They say like this. Let's go back to the text. Sorry. Here's my. So like this. We say, Omnam, בעניין הפיית הזקן. הנה, גם הם צינורות של שפע כניסה. So we read it, but I read it again to remind you where we stood. So he said, you have to know that the corners of the beard, they are the roots of the abundance. La barbe, les coins de la barbe, c'est la racine de l'abondance. So meaning that from this place, you receive all the strength you need to have good life, family, and parnassa and money. Comes from here. Ça vient de la barbe. Tout ce qui est lié à la barbe, c'est lié à la shefa. C'est vechevan, vechaven adam. כתיקון הראש שבזעה נקרא אל, מבואר אצלנו בסוד 13 מידות, ויבוא וינשם, והנה הוא ראש הזקן, הנקרא אל, ושאר ההשתלשלות הזקן יש בה צד ימין, יש לו צד ימין וצד שמאל, והם שתי פעמים זקן, והם גימטריה שדי. והרי נרמז בו אל שדי, והיה מוריז עלה, זה היה מאוד שלושה, שלא לחתור צר הזקן כלל, לא בתאר ולא במספרים, ולא או למעלה ולא למטה, ולא בשום מקום מן הזקן, אפילו הוא למטה, תחת הזקן באותו שערות קטנים החופפים על גרון ממש, אבל שער שבשפה העליונה המעכב את האכילה היה קוצת במספרים, ולא עוד, אלא שהיה, אומר שאיסור גדול מאוד הוא לעקור או לתלוש בידו אפילו שעה אחת בלבד, בכל מקום זקנו, כי הם צנורות של שפע, ולכן צריך האדם להיזהר שלא ישים ידו בזקנו, למשמשם בה, כדי שלא יעקור ויתלוש איזה שיער. גם היה אומר מוריזלה, בכל פעם שהאדם מזרז ומעמיד על עצמו שלא ייגע בזקנו, לטעם הנזכר, יכוון כוונה עד נזכר להם, שבזקן הנזכר רמוז שם אל שדי. גם היה מוריזלה נזהר מאוד שלא יגלח ראשו אחר שער מנחה גדולה, אפילו בערב שבת, לא היה מגלח ראשו, אלא קודם חצות היום דווקא, דין כלאים. So basically we finished, like we said, all this situation brought us to many halachot. Toute cette situation nous a amené à beaucoup d'halachot. First things, you have to know that according to the sage, all the success of the Jewish people is standing here. Tout le succès du peuple juif, il se trouve ici. The hairs of the corner of on the top of your ears and ear. Why? Because in this world, we are in a very low world. Everything is under the aspect of rigorous. Why? Because you have the horoscope, you have the astronomy, you have the mazalot, you have many things. People tell you, no, a Jew has to be higher than that system. The question is how? Donc, on fait attention pourquoi, en fait, ce qu'il dit, il dit, on est dans un monde qui est très bas. Dans ce monde-là, on a besoin de beaucoup de choses pour vivre. On a besoin de faire une famille, d'argent, de réussir dans sa Torah. Mais ça va dépendre de beaucoup de contingences parce qu'on a un monde qui est sous toute une série d'astres, toute une série d'horoscopes. Et ces astres et ces horoscopes-là, ils se trouvent dans un endroit qui s'appelle les Rekim. Les Rekim sont les firmaments. On appelle ça des dinim. So what he said. So basically, you have to know that all this system of moon, of sun, of stars, of planets, of horoscopes, they are standing in a place called Rekiim. What are the Rekiim? They are the firmaments. You have 7 firmaments between, let's say, the upper world and our world. You see that firmaments, they are a place called rigorous place, dinim. So the question, what does it mean, is, if you don't know how to handle the dinim, how can you survive in this world? Si tu ne sais pas gérer les dinim, comment tu vas survivre dans ce monde? People say it. They said, these Jewish sages, they are crazy because they succeed to do things that are not natural. For sure, you have shamanism, sorceries everywhere. But are they able to do what we have been done all these millenniums? No. For sure, I can find a man who can bring back a man to life. C'est sûr, je peux trouver un monsieur qui peut ressusciter quelqu'un. In the world, you can find people like that. For sure, I can find a man who can be able to disappear and to go through the wall. Je peux trouver quelqu'un qui peut disparaître et passer par le mur. I can see a man who can read your future. Trouver un homme qui peut dire ton avenir. But to be able to guarantee that your life and the event of your life will be signs of success and abundance, no one can guarantee it. Mais pour pouvoir trouver quelqu'un de n'importe où dans le monde qui puisse te garantir que ta vie sera une succession de succès d'abondance, personne ne peut le garantir. Who possesses the secret? Us. Quel est le secret? Nous. How? Simple. Hairs and beard. Done. C'est ça. Les cheveux et la barbe. C'est fait. After for sure, we have secrets. How we deal with that. But it's only about that. C'est qu'à propos de ça. There is no people in the world who can tell you, I know how to guarantee abundance, not only for me and millions of us people. Go and find to me one sorcerer, one shaman like this one, which he can do it. No, he do it for you. You should pay him. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. This is our secret. C'est notre secret. Is to understand that all the secrets to know how to handle le dinim. Tu dois savoir comment gérer les dinim. Is there any question till now? No question?
No, Haram.
Okay. So what did say also Rabbi Chaim Vital? Qu'est-ce qu'il dit, Rabbi Chaim Vital? He said that what is the second secret is that all the structures of the beard, ears and beard, they are under the sign of the names called El Shaddai. Il dit toute la structure de la barbe et des cheveux, ils sont sous la structure qu'on appelle El Shaddai. For people studying with us in the afternoon, we know that Shaddai is the expression of limitless.
Yes, Shem Gematria is P.
Yes, because he said, what is the name Shaddai? Because he said to his word, stop. Meaning water, stop here. Sand, stop here. Sky, stop here. That means you create a word. You give limits to every different structure. It's the name Shaddai. But if you had the hell, which basically no, you don't put borders in order of putting people or structure in jail. You bring the hell, you bring border in order to guarantee success and evolution for everybody. Donc, il dit c'est quoi? Il dit la représentation des cheveux et de la barbe dans ce qu'ils sont, dans comment ils se déploient, c'est les noms El Shaddai. On sait que le nom Shaddai, il vient du fait qu'il a dit à son nom, à ce monde, stop. Il a dit aux autres s'arrêter à un endroit précis, à la partie terre s'arrêter à un endroit précis. Il a donné des consignes. Mais quand tu rajoutes le El dans Shaddai, qu'est-ce qui se passe d'un coup? Les limites. Qu'est-ce qui se passe d'un coup? Les limites deviennent, entre guillemets, salvatrices. C'est plus des limites qui contraignent, c'est des limites qui permettent de garantir un ensemble de réussite. So based on that, we have to know that El Shaddai, it's Gematria, Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe. C'est quoi le nom El Shaddai? Tout ça, c'est la fonction. All this is the Gematria, is the function included in the name El Shaddai. And what is the value of El Shaddai? It's 340 plus 31, which is 345, the exact value of the name of our masters, Moshe.
In the teaching, I hear Shaddai, 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 Shaddai. My rabbi, his name is Shaddai, Shaddai, Shaddai. So, and he appears in different contexts. So nowhere.
What's your question?
I'm lost.
About what?
Who is Shaddai?
What do you know about this name? One of the name of one of the adjectives used to talk about, used to express some characteristic and some characters of God.
Oh, this I know.
This is that.
Okay.
And after the different meanings, it's all only about repetition. The more you study, the more you are here, the more you exchange, the more you see that this characteristic is also applied here, 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 and here, and here, and here. For example, now you know that this name is also applied to the aspect of beard and ears. You know also that this name is applied also to the aspect of limitation. This is two new definition that you have to add in your paper.
So don't try to find the things come.
This Torah, it's not about I want to know, tell me. It's about the knowledge comes with the repetition, with the time. No one can tell you all the definition about the name Shaddai. It's unlimited. I can find some definitions here, but every time I didn't finish this book, I still miss all the definition of the name Shaddai. People misunderstanding what is the study Torah. When we study Torah, we don't want to have all the answer. This is university. They have their limit. They came, they say, okay, all this year, we're going to give to you the knowledge how to become this and that and that. It's nothing to do with,
It's not to do with 17.
Of course we have to do that. How the question will be, how? Because everything is one.
Okay.
Everything is in everything. I can even find your name in Shaddai. How do I do? So I have to study. You can even find water in Shaddai. You can even find telephone in Shaddai. I can even find Shaddai in Yud Kei Vav Kei. It's limitless. So now suddenly he jumped. D'un coup il saute. Il say din kelaim b'shatnez. Oh, quand il saute, it's forbidden. For example, when you do agriculture, c'est interdit par exemple quand tu fais agriculture de mixer deux espèces de grains. To mix two kind of seeds. You cannot in the same rank put seeds of pears and seeds of apples. Tu ne peux pas faire ça, c'est interdit. Each seed has to possess its own rank. And also it's forbidden to mix linen and wool. C'est interdit de mélanger le lin et la laine. So my question is, why do you jump? What's the connection between this and the seeds in agriculture and the sewing two kind of fabric with the act of being holy? Pourquoi tu me parles de ça maintenant? Tu nous parles des Kélaïm, tu nous parles de l'interdiction de mixer deux types de grains ensemble, tu nous parles de l'interdiction de coudre deux types de tissus ensemble. Quel lien y a-t-il entre ça et le fait d'être appelé El Kedusha? So he said like this, il dit comme ça. דין כלאים ושטנץ. כתיב שדך לאות תזריעה כלאים, ובגד כלאים שהתעז לא יעלה אליך. והנה, תם איסור כלאים באילנות ובזרעים, ובמאה שולתיך, כי האדם החוטא צריך להתגלגל אחר פטירתו לקבל עונשו. So say, why is it like that? Why it's forbidden to mix those two categories? Pourquoi c'est interdit de mixer ces deux catégories? The first answer is like this. La première réponse c'est comme ça. If you sit in these 2 points, si tu faut dans ces deux dimensions, what happened? You will have to come back in reincarnation. Tu dois revenir en Gilgul in order to receive your punishment. It's strange. Our fourth punishment was Gehinnom or Kafakela. He's talking to Gilgul. Which Gilgul is talking about? De quel Gilgul il parle? Let's see. Wow. צריך להתגלגל אחר טירתו לקבל עונשו, ויש מי שאינו זוכה לבוא לעולם הזה כדרך שאר הנשמות, אבל הוא מגלגל תור צומח, או דומם, או בבעל חי. So you have people who don't succeed to come back in עולם הזה. We're talking about strange Gilgulim. On parle des Gilgulim bizarres. Gilgulim that you come back like vegetals, like animals, like minerals. On parle des gigolim où tu reviens en tant que végétaux, animaux ou des minéraux. What are the gigolim? They are happening in the place called Kafakela. Ces gigolim-là, ils se passent dans un endroit qui s'appelle Kafakela. And you have to come back. Oh, the faisait Adam Chai. Oh, you will be a kind of spirit being obliged to enter in Ibur in somebody's life and take profit of his life. Ou tu seras un simple esprit qui devra hanter un corps. Et c'est VNZ Makom Biro. It's not the place here to explain to you what is that. I just give to you a hint. You should know anything. So he said, you need to understand that to understand why it's forbidden to seeds, two different kind of seeds, or to mix two different kind of fabric, like wool and linen. C'est ça qu'il dit. Là, tu comprends pourquoi ça va être interdit de mélanger dans l'agriculture deux types de grains et même de coudre deux types de vêtements qui n'ont rien à voir. Parce que, why? Because they are reincarnations. So be reincarnated. Parce que c'est des hommes qui sont réincarnés. So he said, Veine, yes, basically, if, let's see, Veine, יש זמן קצוב בהמשך גלגול הזה, נמצא כי יש במינעי הצומח כגאון אילנות או זרעים נשמות המתגלגלים בתוכם עד מלאת ימי זרעתם בך, ואם תערב זרעים או אילנות אלו אם אלו תגרום רעה ועונש יותר לאותם הנפשות המגולגלות בתוכם, כי יש מגולגל בבחינת אחד ויש בבחינת אחרת, ואין בבחינתם שווים, ולכן אין לערבם יחד. So basically this is the problem, because the souls, they have been punished already to come back in this in a word called kafakela, which will be for us, human being, food, minerals, and vegetables. So they have been punished to be inside of these structures, and that structures possess a specific time for them to pass through this stage. Et ces structures-là, il y a un temps particulier pour eux, pour qu'ils passent les étapes. If you mix them, it say you had all the punishment.
Wow.
Si tu les mélanges, tu rajoutes à leur punition. So if you add no punishment, they will be allowed to fight you back and to make your life worse. Donc si tu rajoutes à leur punition, ils ont autorisé à t'attaquer. Why the name of the mixing in terms of fabric is called shatnez?
Punishment or something?
Shatnez, it's 5 letters among the 7 letters of the brokens of the kings.
Oh.
But this is for the afternoon. That's it. That's it.
Are you allowed to graft?
To
Graft.
that is to
Graft is when you get like fruits in the markets. It's like a mix. So what they do is it's not from the seed. What they do is they put the branch of one tree with the branch of another tree and it grows together.
have to be careful. You can do it with the same species, but to change the species is something.
Like there's these pears from Japan. You know they get this pears.
Yeah.
They're not good to eat, but they're everyone eats them. Even a lot of Jewish people eat this.
It's as you said, don't mix not the seeds and not the trees. You see?
Yeah.
They're not. It's written here.
Wow.
That's right.
Rosh Hashanah, a lot of people.
You see, third line since Din Kelaim Shtatnez. See third line? Third line?
Yeah.
Ine, Ta'am is Sur Kelaim, but Ilanot, and the Zraim and the seeds.
Rosh Hashanah, a lot of people straight. It says you have to eat you know what I'm talking about, Shechiyano. So look for all this strange, but most of it's mixed. You pay attention to me.
That's why I said the Shekhinah of Rosh Hashanah, you don't need to bring any new fruits. It's about the time. So you can just say it even though you don't have no fruits. That's why sometimes you don't know how to bring yourself to do Isur because you run after something new. What new?
Because like there's like these pears, it's half pear and half apple. And it's very popular.
Don't eat it. Assour. Pas manger ça, pas manger des trucs mixés. Inyan shatnez. Now you go back on shatnez. What is shatnez? Is wool and linen together. Il dit comment tu sais? Il fait beau. Il barre inyan chet kain. So now you will understand why shatnez is so important because it's the sins of Kayin and Abel. C'est la shatnez, l'interdiction de mélanger la laine et le lin, c'est toute la faute de Kayin et Abel, les enfants de Adam. Ubo idbaer inyan tzemar, pishtin, ma inyanam, veine. So let's talk about pishtin, linen. C'est ma inyanam. Ose lomar, il soit un baba metia. Amro, a choker, sadee, mechavero, lezain shanim. לא יזרינה פשטן, מפני שהפשטן לוקח כוח הקרקע עד 7 שנים ומכחישה. To say, if someone, let's say, you borrow you his land, quelqu'un te prête ses terres, say, don't seize le pishtan, linen. Ne plante pas du lin. Why? Because linen take all the power of the waters which may be naturally in the land. It's make it dry for 7 years. Ça rend la terre sèche 7 ans. And he said, Be'inyan kefi asod. So what does it mean that sod? C'est quoi selon le sod? Ki pishtan nikra etz. You see? No, don't see. Because if you are at sea, you will have been jumped. Le pishtan s'appelle Etz. The linen is Etz. Did you say it? Really? Say? Okay. Etz is the Etz of that. What is pishtan? It's the plant. But it's called tree.
Oh, okay. Sure. They come from fish. It's when you do something wrong, fish.
Pashtan, that's what
Yeah, pashtan, same word.
Pishtan and
So
pashtan.
that's with a connection.
That's why I say it's a that. You say pishtan, but no, the pashtan have to know that. So we talk about them. So what are the pashtani? The pishtani. So what they do, they make the land dry.
Yeah, that's what happened with that today. That's what happened.
Ils assèchent la terre. Si
Yeah,
tu es
to wash it.
pashtan, d'être un pashtan, tu assèches la terre. Tu assèches tout. Being rooted in pashtanut, you make everything dry. כמו שאמר כתוב, שתית מנעם בפשטי העץ. זה פשטי העץ. So keep in mind, the pishtan is the tree.
Yes, I was in the south of Israel, planting some trees. And they said, oh, here for some period of time, nothing grows because they are agriculture. Something. But then the Israelis come, they separate the things. Now, for 10 years ago, they started to grow up.
This is propaganda. This is false. Because the forbiddenness of mixing seeds is for the Jew. for the Arabs first. Second, it's never written that you mixing seeds, nothing will grow. You can mix seeds, it's good. It's nothing to do with politics. You can mix pears and apple, it will grow. So to say that the Arabs, they mix this, that's why the land is dry, it's propaganda, leave it. And you know the Chokhmah, no. There's no laws for that. He have no obligation to keep that law. You are obligation to keep that law. Maybe you, when you will try to do your application properly, nothing will grow up also. Because maybe you will not do it with halakha. So always be careful about the judgment of things. It's about wisdom. Wisdom is to know who is under which obligations, halakha, which things. Not to say they bring bad. I cannot talk only about the punishment you bring on the street, and that's it by mixing them. That's for the Jew, for the Arabs. And he said, Et, והנה מבחינת המלכות, כמו שאמר כתוב, ויבואו קין מפרי אדמה מנחה לאדוני, המורזל שהביאי זרע פשתן. So what was the korban of Kayin? Pishtan. Rabbi Ari, shot. And the korban was refused by Hashem. The korban a été refusé par Hashem. C'est non. ודע, כי כל בחינת צומח, דשאים ואילנות, כולם הם במלכות בעולם היצירה. So you keep in mind, everything which is connected to herbs, to vegetables, and to any kind of structure, we are in the malchut of Yetzira. In the malchut de Yetzira. Ve'inyan hu, ki apishtan hu bibchinat ha'urucha, de shebat ba'ala'a, v'teta bebiya kadma'a. So what is the pishtan? Is the ruach de Shaddai. Is the first seeds that the husband put inside of his wife at the first night after the wedding. So what is that seed's name? Pishtan. The biya kadma'a, the first biya, la première biya. La sotakli, to transform her as the vessel can give birth. What's happened? You take all the waters by putting pishtan. So what birth she gonna give? Nothing. She will be sterile, barren, elle sera stérile. Vehu, avayadeban, bimilu hein, this is the Shemban. Uhu, beyesod, the nukva de Yetzira. And that Pishtan is in the yesod of nukva of Yetzira. Et ce Pishtan là est dans le yesod de la malchut de Yetzira. Et la chen Pishtan nikra et aniska. Why? Because it's not the malchut of Asya. See, because the etz, it's masculine aspect. How can I call Pishtan, which is vegetal etz? So no, because all these structures are in Yetzira, which is the etz mood. Why? Mod. Why? Because it's Za. Za is the etz. Adam ish etz basadeh. So what is basically the Pishtan is the malchut de Za. It's the Tarata Yesod. It's the malchut of Yetzira, the malchut of the Vav. It's not the malchut of the He. That's why Pishtan will be called Etz.
Why is it Ban?
Because it's Malchut.
Okay, Malchut of Yetzira, which is the Za. Okay.
Malchut of even Malchut of Ensof, it's Ban.
Yeah, of course. The number question is, if it's for the husband, it should be masculine. So you answer the question. It's a Malchut of Za.
Yeah. So it's a Bandema.
Yeah.
What is Bandema?
Yetzira.
This is Bandema.
Please, Rabbi Shimon, please.
It's Mincha. That's why it
Yeah,
say Kayin, he brought the Korban when? At Mincha.
Wow. Mandava. Yeah. Okay, and it's a critical point Because that's where the word come from. That's the last point from the trend.
זה בגלל זה, תודה לה, בכם ביטל. והנה.
Did he write?
Yeah, it's it.
He wrote this.
Yeah.
Sorry, so that's
זה כתבי ארי, זה dictate by ארי, וגם ברבי חיים ביטל. זה שערים, לא רבי.
sorry about that.
מאחור, look. עוז מאחור, מורנו הרב חיים ביטל. והנה, anyways, קין עלה מן מן הנוגבה אל זה, מבחינת הוויה זו דבען הנקרא פשטן כנזכר, והנה עניין הוויה זו היא תכלית לעולם לעלות מן אלו כדי לקבל אור עליון נוגבה דוכן, ושניהם יישארו בנוגבה מן ומד. אמנם קין לא עלה מן אלא לתכלית זה, אלא כוונתו הייתה לעקרן מן הנקבה, ולהחזירן לשורשו בזה עצמו שנתנו בה, ולכן הכריב פשטן. So say, what was the problem?
Wow.
C'était quoi le problème? It says like this. Kayin, he had basically the role of man. Il avait le rôle de faire monter man, to bring up the feminine waters. It's the best role. Why? Because when the feminine water goes up, the masculine comes down. This is what of the masculine? Abundance, shefa.
But he stopped that.
But he did worse. He said, no, I want to give back that feminine waters to his roots. What are the roots? Ça. Remember, rappelez-vous ce qui s'est passé. He said, the woman, she cannot have babies since the first bia. So from where the woman possess her feminine waters? From the man. So instead of bringing the woman to be ready to have kids, what did Kayin? He said, no, I want the waters to go back at the original source in Za, not to produce nothing. He wanted to create a divorce. We faire un divorce. How? How do I know? It's simple. Because when somebody divorces, what's happened to? She have to go to the bedroom. They say, put the gate here, go outside and enter back and say, if this remove the ruah of the husband from her, this is the korban pishtan. You get it? That's it. This is what the sin of Kayin. He doesn't want her to have babies. He said, you know what? Give back what is not yours.
So you're saying, if I did it properly, Gan Eden would have come back. So you didn't want Mashiach in a way.
Yes. That's why in our tradition, mostly in Africa, we don't believe in divorce. Why you want to divorce? Our parents will never divorce, no matter what they face. We are not a cultures of a country with cultures of divorce.
You say you can go anywhere, but by divorce you don't get it because you're in the African.
You don't exist. So for us, it's a real proof that we are in that tikkun, because our parents, even if they have no Judaism every day, they understood that we, more than hold the civilization, we have to hold by keeping your wife. You want to had. You want 10, get 10, but not divorce a single one of them. Why? Because this is the expression of Kayin's sins. So when we're going to write the Sefer Halachot Minhag Afriki. Our tradition, we don't divorce. We believe in the halachot of getting 2 or 3, but we believe also in the halachot of making shalom bayit. Everybody will be focused on helping your couple to do better, but we want to be 0 in number of giving gets here and there.
I never knew this.
That's why you have to come every day.
But I tease my wife saying this. You can go anywhere.
It's not our culture. Our culture is really deeply rooted in the holiness.
You are pushing you to laughter.
Yes.
Shalom, Harav.
Shalom.
Yeah, this topic is very, very important for our community because this is one of the problems we are having. The Western civilization is teaching our people about divorce, which is not inherent in our tradition. Our forefathers never knew what is divorce. If there is a problem in their marriage, the 2 families come together and resolve it, and not divorce.
Yes.
When there is problem of maybe the woman is not having children, the woman goes and marry another woman for the husband.
Yes.
Or if based on circumstances, the man can get another woman, but not divorce. Yes. Divorce is strange to us. It's really devastating our families over here.
Exactly.
And I think this limud is very, very important for especially our ladies.
Yes.
Any little problem, they will tell you divorce, divorce, divorce. That is not the solution.
Exactly.
Thank you, Hara, for this lecture.
Thank you for your testimony. We saw it. It's sad to say that, but all the Eastern culture, Northern culture, European culture that brought that idea of self-made woman. You don't need a man, and if you divorce, you can get the money. We grew up in places where women had a lot of considerations. For sure, the men are not perfect. For sure, Torah has to bring more wisdom and more peace in the houses. For sure, we can do better. But all this logicality of divorce comes from the movies, came from the schatim, the how do you call it? Not movies, not like Grey's Anatomy. It's not movies. Like series. All this, they brought it inside of our culture, inside of our house by this small thing called TV and smartphone. In that time, the communication was done by talking to people who are around you. You have a problem, you go take advice to your mom, your grandmom, your sisters. Now, people who are not from your family, who barely know you, they give you advices through TV, through phone to say, you have to be very sensitive and someone messing up with you, divorce. And they bring also our youngs, the men, not to take responsibility. We know how our family used to do. If something is wrong, okay, we're gonna fix it, but you will show that you are a man. You know how to assume your responsibilities, and you will not just kick out the people or the wife of from your house. This is all about, like you say, this is the yofi, the beauty of our culture, which is basically an heritage derived from the highest level of Torah. Why? Because we learned it from Moshe himself, from the time when he was king in land of Cush. Yes, that's finished. Fini. It was very important.
Toda.
Finish, he said.
Shema.
Say like ולכן יקריב פשתן. שמחשת כוח הקרקע ב7 שנים. This make the land dry 7 years. Ça fait la terre devient sèche 7 ans. והוא עניין שם בן הנזכר, הנקרא כוח הקרקע. And this is the name ban, which is the name ban. This is this name. This is the name ban. I will send it to you the picture after. This is the name ban. You and he said, הנקרא המחיש כוח השבע התחתון, הנקרא כוח הקרקע, שהיא מלכות היצירה, והפשתן מחיש כל השבע התחתונות שבה, ונקראים 7 שנים. So you see, now we are in all the process of the Sfirat HaOmer and the 7 kings. Voilà, on reparle tout le processus, Sfirat HaOmer, 7 kings.
So, was it Etadas, the so to speak seeds of Hashem? That
was
mind. So the Vera was, it didn't let it go up.
The Vera was, instead of using the mind moving to produce and to create souls, that mind moving was sent back to the origin.
It means I took it, I didn't.
Yes. That's why the halacha says, the halacha dit, when a man refuses yichud to his wife, cruelty, why? Because Kayin did that. It's one who said to his wife, you don't deserve. Give me back my wife.
Adam and Chava did the same thing with the Nachash, right? Does that mean when the not proper relationship?
For sure, Kayin was just expressing what he received in heritage of his own education and DNA. וזה שאומר, ויבוא קין מפרי האדמה, רוצה לומר, מאותו פרי הנקרא פרי האדמה, מיוחס אליה, לסיבעת איות, יונק כל כוח האדמה. So this is the sort of פרי האדמה where Kain came from. It was the place where the mighty wind was standing. It was the womb. C'est ça que dans la Torah là-bas, il écrit là-bas que Kain revenait de père Adama, qui est l'endroit où il y avait ces mighty wind. Ve'ukro mimena. And he made it dry. Mimel ezo de kurab razal, sheaya zera pishtan, ve'alto mincha l'Adonai, ve'sheuza, ve'irziru le'shosho, ve'usach koar avaya zo de ban mina nekeva, ve'zeaya cheto shel Kayin. What did Kayin basically? One word, he removes the power of ban from Nukva. She's on your vessel without any kohot of producing something, going up, anything. That's why the name Ban is the name of the Geula. Why? You have to give back that name to Nukva. To redonner son nom-là à Nukva. זה. אמנם, אבל רצה לתקן הפגם של קין. So Abel desires was to fix the sin of Kain. But Bezrat Hashem, this will be for next Monday. ברוך אדוני לעולם.
אמן ואמן. תודה, תודה הרב.
תודה רבה לכם, צדיקים, צדיקות. Bezrat Hashem, we continue soon. Rabbi Nathan will give his mood now, and after we have the celebration for the Lila also, Rabbi Kamitan, we have the dinner. One day before I have to keep that. So
That's a very important Rabbi Ari.